Hello, friends. This is Peggy Hall from thehealthyamerican.org. And for those of you that would like to shop mask-free, I have something for you and I need your help. I need you to take action with me, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. This is a brainstorm that I had thanks to my sister, who has been experiencing some very distressing situations, as you have, not being able to enter a store without wearing a mask. So it's gotten to the point where there is a sort of what I'm calling mask privilege in our society. And many people will say, and even law enforcement will say, well, it's like no shoes, no shirt, no service. Even government officials have been encouraging businesses to put a sign on the door that says no mask, no service. And they'll say it's my private business establishment and I can do whatever I want in it. Oh, really? Well, does that mean if your store policy says that stealing is okay, that I can go in and just grab somebody's wallet and walk out? And the police can't do anything because no shoes, no shirt, no service. It's that store's policy that you can steal someone's wallet. So they can't do anything. How about I could beat somebody up inside their premises because it's their store policy that you can fight and beat somebody up in their store? Because after all, it's their store policy. So if you call the police or the law enforcement, they're going to say, it's the store policy. No shoes, no shirt, no service. You can beat somebody up if you want to because it's their private business establishment. You can see where I'm going here, friends, can't you? And some of you are going to say, now, Peggy, there you go again. You are so sarcastic. You're going off topic. Oh, am I? How is that any different than someone saying, you know what? I believe that in my store, you can do whatever you want. So if you want to murder someone, you can come into my store and do it because it's my store and I get to make the policies. And so you want to murder somebody, you can. And the police will come and they'll say, well, it was store policy. We can't do anything about store policy. All right, I'm making a very extreme point here because I am tired of watching videos where the law enforcement will use that exact phrase. You know, it's like no shoes, no shirt. Now, I understand that law enforcement is not going to require a store to serve you. That's not the point of law enforcement. The point of law enforcement is to keep the peace, which is why I personally don't recommend getting into fisticuffs with others and running in your shopping cart and yelling. That's just not the way I operate. Obviously, you are free to do whatever you like. Somebody emailed me at thehealthyamerican.org and they said that people wearing masks were throwing walnuts at her husband who was not wearing a mask. That's very strange to me. I guess they were in the bulk foods bin and they were throwing walnuts at a person. That's when you call law enforcement. You are being harassed and you don't know what that line is. You don't know if that is going to go from throwing walnuts to throwing punches. So I've got the sheriff on the line and you call law enforcement and you say, I would like to report a crime in progress. I am being harassed. I am being threatened. And I need you here to come keep the peace. Now, the reason why I recommend you call law enforcement, repeat after me, they're not going to allow you to shop in the store. That's not the point. These other shoppers need to know that you are going to stand your ground. The businesses need to know that you are going to stand your ground. The law enforcement needs to know that you are going to stand your ground. And when my husband had a situation at Walmart where he walked in without a mask and they offered him one and he said, I'm sorry, I can't wear one, or I don't wear one. And he got as far as the checkout conveyor belt. He had a garden hose. And a store clerk or a manager came up and took the garden hose and said, we can't sell that to you. And my husband said, well, you are breaking California civil law and federal law. You are discriminating against me because I can't wear a mask. And they said, no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. So my husband called the sheriff. And I'm so glad that he called the sheriff. And he felt that he was being harassed because they actually took his item. They would not allow him, you know, a law-abiding, freedom-loving, non-convict person, right, California's releasing all the convicts from prison to make it our society safer. Yeah, just think about that one for a moment. So he called law enforcement, and here's what happened. The dispatch officer gave a big sigh. I wish people would stop calling about the masks. Now, that's a good thing. It means that law enforcement, it means that people are standing up for their rights. And it means that law enforcement may put pressure on the stores to back off. And it also shows the stores that people are going to stand their ground. Now, my other question about this for the Walmart and anybody else is this question, and this is for you, law enforcement officers. And I know some of you are married to amazing defenders. That's what we call them. They are defenders, and we hope they're going to defend for us and for the right action. I would ask them, did you deputize the manager at Walmart? Is he now a sheriff's deputy? Is he a policeman? Did he take an oath of office? Did he join the police academy? Because you are now, our government is asking these store managers to be law enforcement officers. And I did a little search, and I would like you to do that in your state. Search online for the penalty for impersonating law enforcement. Okay, in California, the penalty for impersonating law enforcement is a $2,000 fine. So I would ask that clerk at Walmart, and I would have it written, and I would ask the clerk at Walmart, I am going to press charges and I'm going to file a report that you are impersonating law enforcement because you are trying to enforce a law that actually isn't even a law. And did you know, and this is what people have told me that work in security for grocery stores and retail, a clerk may not and does not have the authority to apprehend a shoplifter. Okay, if you work at a store and you've gone through your training, they have told you if you see somebody shoplifting, you may not apprehend them. You may not stop them. You may not say anything to them. You have to alert security, and then security, you know, has their protocol to call law enforcement. The fact that you cannot apprehend someone for stealing the items, but you can apprehend them for not wearing a mask, that puts me in mind, I'm not going to do this, and I'm certainly not giving you any ideas. But it does put me in mind, why not just walk out with the items? You offered to pay money and they refused your money. Therefore, they don't want your money. What would happen if you started to walk out with those items? Now, in California, I've heard that they are not even going to press charges if it is under $1,000. I am not recommending that you shoplift, and I am not recommending this at all. I'm asking a question. What would happen if you offered money, you had your cart full of groceries and you got through the line fine and they said, I can't ring you up? What if you just kept walking outside with that cart of groceries? I'm curious, I'm posing a hypothetical question, but I have something even better for you, friends. I want to finish the story of what happened to my husband because there was a part 2. And the part 2 is this. We went to a different Walmart because the sheriffs arrived and my husband said, they are harassing me. And he told them about California Civil Code and they could care less. And the sheriffs gave them their card and they said, you can file a civil complaint. You can sue them for civil law for discriminating against you. Now, friends, this is where my brainstorm came from. You are not going to sue Walmart. You are not going to sue Sprouts. You're not going to sue Albertsons or Target or Costco or Walmart or CVS or Walgreens or Starbucks or any of those places. Don't waste time. They have so many lawyers. If you do a search, an internet search on Walmart and discrimination, you're going to see all the lawsuits that come up. They don't care about that. They discriminate against their employees and patrons all the time. But here's what you're going to do. You are going to sue the individual who discriminated against you. We live in a state that has civil law. It has civil courts. And the civil law is code 51.7, as people have pointed out, 51.7. California Civil Code says that you may not be discriminated against because you have free and equal access to any business establishment of any kind whatsoever. It doesn't say except in the time of an infectious disease. That's why laws exist. Laws exist and they're bulletproof, not except in a time, well, Peggy, it's an emergency service. And didn't you hear the governor declared an emergency and all the laws are suspended? No, they're not. No law, no statutory laws are suspended. I've made many videos on this, and I hope you will watch the one that says no governor can make a law. He can only modify regulations related to his departments and agencies, like the DMV or the Department of Fish and Game, or, you know, that kind of thing. If you're a barber, you might not have to, you know, you may not have to renew your license for a few more months. That's the kind of thing he can do. It's very limited, all right? So civil law is not suspended under any emergency or any executive order or any state of emergency, period. There's a state civil code and there's a federal civil rights. And you have civil rights that may not be trampled upon regardless of an illness. It doesn't matter. So forget suing Walmart and Target. No, you are going to sue the individual, and you are going to tell them that you're going to sue them. You could sue them on grounds of your medical condition. Mine is breathing. I require oxygen to breathe. And I also have a religious exemption. I don't even need to explain my religious exemption, and I do not need to explain my medical exemption. And by the way, if you are curious, we are going to create, because my husband is a pastor, and he would like to make available to you for a small fee to cover the shipping and production of the card. It will be in a nice laminated case with a neck, you know, lanyard you can have, and it is a religious exemption card. And it clearly states, well, let me show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. And the sheriff gave my husband the idea to sue the manager. Now, if I was a manager at Walmart or Costco or something, that would make me think twice, because the company's not the one that's going to have isn't the one that's going to be sued. I'm going to be sued. That's going to be expensive. So we went to another Walmart, and my husband did what I recommend and what I've recommended. And I know things are changing, and I have the remedy for you. So stick with me, please. I'm almost there. My husband went, and the greeter said, do you need a mask? And he said, oh, no, thanks. I don't wear one. And then another manager came up and said, you know, do you need some help? And he said, well, I don't wear a mask, and I wanted to know, will I be able to check out? And he said, oh, sure. It's just the other shoppers that you need to be aware of, which is the truth. As I explained earlier on, that someone wrote to me and said that her husband was being pelted by walnuts in the grocery store by other shoppers who were wearing masks. I have the remedy, but I need your help on this. My husband went to Walmart. He got the garden hose. He checked out. It was fine. No problem whatsoever. Here's what I did, friends. Today, I called Walmart, and I called Sprouts, and I have a really great idea. This is going to be a game changer. Okay, this is going to be the game changer. I went on Walmart's website, and Walmart, let me show it to you. Let's go there, shall we? All right, I am going to go to the Walmart website. And what I would like you to do, if you would like to, I'm going to give you the link, and it's called Walmart Ethics. And did you know that every retailer, that any of the large retailers that I have researched, they all have something called a statement of ethics. It may not be on their website, so you could do an internet search. It may be in their incorporation documents of incorporating and something like that, but you'll find it. It's their statement of ethics. Now look at this right here. It is on page 11. Now this is good for those of you that work at Walmart and don't want to wear a mask for your own reasons, and for shoppers who want to go to Walmart. It's called discrimination and harassment prevention. You want to use their own words, just like we did with the government. I showed that the government says local health emergency can only be called at the introduction of a disease, which was back in February. Therefore, the emergency is over. You use the exact words that they have. So you could print this out and take it with you. So look at this. One of the basic beliefs is respect for the individual. That's nice. I believe in that. I believe in individual respect. I believe in personal respect and integrity and personal responsibility. You don't have to wear a mask to protect me. I'll take care of myself. That's absolutely fine. Look at this. Each of us is responsible for creating a culture of trust and respect. Okay? This means treating one another with fairness. So keep that word in mind, friends, because we're going to use that. You're going to help me in this very important action step today. And if you go to thehealthyamerican.org and subscribe to the newsletter, it's free. I'm going to email you the letter that you can use. Now, fairness and courtesy in all of our interactions, all right? Walmart prohibits discrimination in all of these areas, and it also says we should provide an environment free of discrimination to our associates and our customers. So these are the exact words that Walmart says. You don't need to be harassed. You don't need to, try to convince anyone. Walmart is saying this. Walmart itself is saying this. So have you got this picture in your mind here? An environment free of discrimination, and we want to treat one another with fairness and courtesy. Well, friends, I have the answer. I have to thank my sister for giving me this seed that has now sprouted. We are going to write to all of the main corporations and call, and you are going to ask them for a special shopping hours for people who don't wear a mask. So when this whole thing started, Whole Foods and Ralph's and Costco allowed people like elderly and anybody who had a special need, they could go and shop on their own before the store opened. So that's what we want. Give us the hours when all of us can shop without a mask. People with a mask are not allowed, so that they can shop on their own time without anxiety, without pelting people with walnuts. They're not going to be worried about catching a disease from people, a healthy person like me that has not been sick in 20 years. They don't have to worry about me breathing on them accidentally as they rush by in their shopping cart. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. They should wear a mask as often and as long as they like. So the employees who don't want to wear a mask, they're the ones who could be at the checkout counter. I know plenty of cashiers that have reached out to me with sinus problems, nasal problems, lung problems, skin problems because of having to wear a mask. It's brilliant, if I do say so myself. So the associates that don't want to wear a mask could be working in the store at the same time that we mask-free shoppers go, free of harassment, because Walmart just told us that they believe in fairness and they believe in no discrimination and they believe in respect and courtesy. So are you on me? Are you with me? Are you giving me the thumbs up? Because I just think this is the most amazing thing. And I think my phone is freezing here. I just think this is the most amazing thing that we could do, is have special hours to shop mask free. Otherwise, it is discrimination, and it is discrimination on a federal level, and it is a discrimination on a state level. And so when I talked about that no shoes, no shirt, no service, no, because they are breaking the law. They are breaking federal law and they are breaking civil law. It's no different than if Walmart said, you know what? Our policy is you can steal someone's wallet. If they're not looking, you can steal their wallet because it's our store, it's our private store. And if you don't like that policy, you don't have to shop here. No, because that's against the law. Even if Walmart said you could steal wallets in our store, wallets, get it? Walmart, wallets. You could steal wallets in Walmart. The police aren't going to let that happen. Because why? It's against the law. What law? There are laws on the books. Wearing a mask is not a law on the books. There is no statutory law that requires you to wear a mask anywhere at any time. I don't even care if a city passed an ordinance. It's not a statutory law on the books. They're making up these citations for things that aren't even related. Just the same as Walmart cannot say we have a store policy that you can steal someone's wallet in our store, they cannot prevent you from coming in the store without a mask because they are breaking civil law, federal civil law and state civil law. Let me show you the letter. I already did it for you. And I already have all the links. All you need to do is click on the link and you'll have the email address. You'll have the mailing address. I think you should write a letter also. And you're going to call them. And I spoke to a very nice people on the Walmart ethics line. And I spoke to very nice people at Sprouts. And you can call Target, Barnes and Noble, every place that you like. Are you ready? Here we go. I hope the screen share works as we are doing this on Facebook. So let's take a look at the letter, shall we? And here we go. You can see I am very, very excited about this. You are going to go to thehealthyamerican.org, click on letters, and click on shop mask free. Now, this is only going to work if 1 million people send in letters to Walmart, Costco, and others. I think we should get like 30 million people doing it. And we are partnering with so many other activist organizations. Remember, we all have our ship. I'm at the helm of the Healthy American. We're all in the same fleet. We all have the same destination, but we have different methods and tactics and strategies which we need, because that way they won't see what's coming. And I have not heard of this strategy yet. We want it a nationwide strategy. I would like it to be a worldwide strategy. This is the kind of globalism I can get behind. So this is called demand mask-free shopping. You can send the letter to all business establishments, and I have the links for you. Now, you can call the stores as well. This is the letter. It starts right here. I think I should change it so it says, dear, business establishment. Your business has the chance to be a leader in the retail industry by offering this: special shopping hours for those who cannot wear a mask. At the beginning of this pandemic, many retailers had special shopping hours for seniors and disabled. It's time for you to provide this right away. Special shopping hours for those without a mask. You don't need to tell them why. You do not need to say if it's religious or a medical condition. You cannot wear a mask, and that's your personal business. Now, they will offer, Sprouts told me, we'll offer curbside shopping through Instacart, but there's a fee. So that is not, it's not fair and equal. And remember, Walmart just said fairness, didn't they? So by offering Instacart, it's not fair. And it's not fair that you can't go in the shop and browse, because there's an additional cost, and shoppers cannot browse and look for new items and experience an enjoyable shopping experience. I like how I wrote that, experience, twice. Further, this discriminates against those who do not have access to technology if you have to order online. Walmart just told us they don't discriminate, and they believe in fairness and courtesy. I'm so glad to hear that, Walmart. So here's my recommendation. Offering special shopping hours for those who cannot wear a mask creates reasonable accommodations, which is required by law, federal, state, and local laws. Here's the benefits for their business. You will be recognized as a powerful community leader in creating a fair, just, and equitable shopping experience. They like all those words. It's good to include them for all of your patrons in this way. Shoppers who can't wear a mask can shop in comfort and confidence, free of discrimination, harassment, and intimidation, which violate federal and state civil laws. I wanted to put the part about they won't be pelted by walnuts, but maybe I'll leave that out for now. You let me know what you think in a comment below. Do I need to add in the no throwing walnuts aspect? Associates will not need to spend time checking to see if shoppers need a mask. Isn't that horrible? I mean, they have to run people down. It's very stressful for them. I'm sure they don't like it. And remember, it's illegal. They are not law enforcement. And if they harass you, you're going to sue them personally for impersonating law enforcement, and also for harassing you and for breaking civil law. So it's like 3 counts of what you would bring forth in your lawsuit. We don't want to do that. Shoppers who want to wear a mask can shop during certain hours, their own hours, in comfort and confidence without being threatened by those like me without a mask. And I just want to go on the record that I apologize for anyone that I've threatened by walking in and shopping the way that God made me. So let me just let you know that I want you to feel free of intimidation and anxiety that you might get illness from a healthy person. So I don't want you to worry about that. Further, associates who cannot wear a mask could be assigned to work these hours. Are you feeling a revolution coming on, my friends? This is a shopping revolution, and we are kicking it off at thehealthyamerican.org. I want this to get on the nightly news. It's fair and equitable treatment for everyone, but I can't do it without you. Don't just give me a thumbs up and then not do anything. Hop on the website, and I'm going to show you. I have all the links here. Send this far and wide. Have a whole dedicate an hour with your friends, and everyone in your family should send their own email. Okay, and then number 5, this demonstrates your commitment to your ethics and compliance for non-discrimination policies. I guarantee you every single one of these large retailers has something called ethics and compliance. Most of them have a global ethics, if you know what I'm saying. So most important for them, because we need to tell them what's in it for them, your business can avoid costly and embarrassing discrimination lawsuits. I look forward to an enjoyable shopping experience. Now, you are welcome to copy and paste and modify and put in your own words. This is just a sample letter. And here you go, everybody. Target, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Smart & Final, Trader Joe's, Ralph's, Menards. Good luck with Menards. I have a different name that I call them. Big Five, Verizon, Costco, Sam's Club, Safeway, Stater Brothers, 24-Hour Fitness, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, CVS, Walgreens. Now, if your store's not listed, you go here. You're going to click here. I didn't name the website, but and you type in. So what's another place like? Let's say, I don't know, Planet Beauty. That just came to mind. I don't know why, and that is not coming up. But you're going to type in the business that you want, and that didn't come up. But so whatever business you want, you're going to type it in. And well, let me just do this one. Let me do Trader Joe's. I already have it for you, but here. So look at this. You are going to go, you have the website, you have the mailing address, you have the phone, you have customer service, and you can put in a complaint if you want to right here. Contact Trader Joe's customer service. And here you go, friends. I did all of the legwork for you. I couldn't have made it easier. This is what I love to do. I thank all of you who are actually helping me with a little financial support. Every dollar really helps because I have to build out the website and spend time, and even your prayers are the kind of support that I need. So I thank you very much. So what do you think, you guys? Are you going to do this? I want to hear thumbs up. I would like to get your comment below. I would love for you to share this video, to share the website. And then what do you think? I would like to hear from you. Which stores do you think are going to do it first? Maybe Walmart would be the first one. Maybe Costco would be the first one. And when they do this, then the others will follow suit. So we're in a war. This is like round 2. Sometimes you get knocked down, you go in the corner, you regroup, and then you get back out and you fight again. I want to help you keep your spirits high, which is why I just, every waking hour is spending on how to push back the approaching enemy, and it's coming faster and faster with greater acceleration. And the way we do it is, let's see, united. So we're going to fight this in a united manner. And one of my collaborators just gave me a really good phrase, which is, which I forgot right now. I'll have to put it in another video, but it's like, united we fight, right? United we fight. It was better than that. And it is what's required. And you do what you can do. And if you are able to get on the phone and call these places, I called and I emailed, and you can also send a letter. And I would like to see a wave, a tidal wave. I want the people that I spoke to at Sprouts, they thought it was an amazing idea. They're like, this is fantastic. I'm going to send it to the vice president, because Sprouts was really cool up till a couple of days ago. They don't want to hassle people. So have the special hours for those without a mask, and those employees who don't want to wear a mask could also work. And because there's no law that says they have to. And then those that want to wear a mask, they have their times. It's like the old days when you had the smoking and the non-smoking, on airplanes, and then of course it went all non-smoking. But that's maybe not be such a good analogy. But what I want to say is that I thank you and I appreciate you and I pray for you, and I am signing off now. So please join me. I have many, many, many resources at thehealthyamerican.org. I'm going to do another video to take you behind the scenes of my YouTube page. They have taken down my videos. They've taken down my videos off of BitChute. Yes, they have. So the good news is I still have the videos and I'm going to upload them. The one for OSHA is going to be titled OSHA Still Says Masks Don't Work, because it's in their own words. And that's all I'm doing, friends. I'm showing the website like I did, Walmart's website, and they say that they're fair and equitable and they treat people with courtesy. Here's their opportunity to demonstrate it. Thank you so much for being on board. I can't wait until our next get together. And reminder, well, I will be sending out an email, so make sure you join the newsletter at thehealthyamerican.org. See you soon, everybody.